Welcome to the video. I am Harsh Rathi. This video, uh, this video is an assignment given to our group. Our group members are SHREYA Anand, Devendra Choudhary, and me, Harsh Rathi. In this video, I will show you how to create a database in Neo4j. Uh, so we will learn how to create a node, how to create a relationship between two nodes, how to how to search for nodes and relationship in graph database, and how to update the values of already created nodes, and how to delete nodes. So let's start. We can create a new project by clicking this button and then click create project. This will create a new project. We can change the name of this project from here, so I will keep the name same. And to create a new database, we need to click this button and then select local DBMS. So you can name this graph database, and you have to give password to this database, and you should remember this password. So then click on create. So this will create graph DBMS in a while. So I have already created a database. So this is the database which I have created, just like I showed you. So this is the course database that we are going to create in this video. So click on the start button. So this will start our database. So once the database is started, you can see this active sign here. So once it is started, click on the open button. This will open the Neo4j browser. So once the browser is open, so to create a node in database, we have to write create, then then type any identifier name. This A is basically an identifier which identifies this particular node which we are creating. After colon, provide the label of this node. So this node will be of type student, so I will write label as student. After that, I will give certain properties to this node, and those are name. The name will be Ram, and I will also give ID. So ID is let's say 12, and then press enter. So this creates a nodes in our database. We can also view this node which we have just created. So type match and return n. So this command will return all the nodes which are there in our graph database. So press enter, and this is the node which we created just right now. And if you hover over it, so you will see that the ID is 12 and the name is 12, and the this node is of type student, the label which we have given. So like this, I will create some more nodes. So you can press the arrow key and you will get the last query which you have written. So I will press it twice, so I will get the query which I already written. So I will just change the name here. Raj and ID 13. Press enter. This will create one more node. I will create few more student nodes. So like this. So to see all the nodes which we have created, which are there in our database, we can write this query. This will return all the nodes that we have created in our database. So these are the nodes that we have already created, and by hovering over them we can see their properties and their label type. Right here you can see this, the ID, name and the label. So now we will create a few more nodes of label course name. That is the particular courses which the students are studying. So I will create a new node. So I will give the label name as course, and then I will give certain properties to this node. So the course name is DBMS, and uh, I will also give the credits of this course. Uh, Also, to see the node which we are creating with this syntax, we can type here return A. A is the identifier name which we have written here. So this will create a node, and it will also show us the node which we have created using this query. So see, this node is here DBMS, and it has 3 credits and name as DBMS and label as course. So I will create few more course nodes. OS credit 4. Uh, Data structures credit 4, and I will just create it one more node. um, BDA big data analysis credit 4. So I will see all the nodes which I have created using this command. So these are all the nodes which I have created so far. So this is the student node and this is the course node, and I will create few more nodes, and those nodes will be of type teacher. So I will change label name to teacher, and I will give the name of the teacher. Let's say Professor Anand. I will create few more teacher nodes. Professor um, Professor. So I can view all the nodes which I have created already by this query. So these are the nodes which I created just now: Professor Amit, Professor Anand, and Professor Abhishek. So this is how we can create nodes, and now I will create relationship between the nodes. So to create a relationship between the nodes, we can create it like this. First, we will find which two nodes do we want to create a relation. So match A. A is an identifier, and I will give the label here. So student, and then the second node identifier and the label course. And now uh, I will write there a dot name equals to Ajay, and b dot name equals to ds. So this will find the two nodes, one which is of type student and have name Ajay, another which is of type course and have name as data structure ds. And after that we will create a relationship between these two nodes. So to create a relationship between these two nodes, I will write create relationship between A, and here we will write the name of the relationship between these two nodes, and it is studies, or we can write enrolled in. So this is the name of relationship, and relationship from node A to node B. And after that we can also return the relationship which we have just created to see it. So I will run this query, and this is the relationship. This relationship is created between Ajay and DS, and Ajay is enrolled in course DS. So I can see the all the nodes and all the nodes using this query. So I can see all the nodes and the relationship using this query. We can see that there is one relationship between Ajay and DS. So like this, we can create the relationship between student and the courses which they are enrolled in. So I will create few more relationship between the student and the courses node. Creating few more relationships. Okay, so I will view the database which I have created using this command. So these are the relationship between student and the courses in which they are enrolled in. And we can also have one student enrolled in multiple courses. So I will create one more edge between Ajay and OS. So we can see that they can be enrolled in multiple courses, and multiple students can also enroll in one course. Now we will create relationship between the teacher and the courses, and we will keep the relationship name as teachers. So creating relationship between teachers and courses now. So we will have this as teacher. One second. Okay, teacher courses, and we will give the name of the teacher here, and that subject name the OS, and we will change the relationship into teachers. So when I run this query, there is one more edge should be created between the professor Anand and the subject OS. So we can see that Professor Anand teaches OS. We can create couple more relationship between the teacher and the subjects. Okay. So we can also write query like this, uh, where we are creating multiple relationship between between nodes. So I will write it as p.name equals to ts and put them in bracket. So this query will create a relationship from Professor Aman to the subject to the course DBMS, and also one more relationship from Professor Aman to the course DS. So let's run this query and let's see the results. So we can see here that Professor Aman teaches DS and he also teaches DBMS. Alright, I will get one more relationship. We'll see the result using command. So this is our database. So we have just learned how to create nodes and how to create relationship. So now we will see how to update the properties of nodes. So to update the property of node, we can write query. First, we have to find out the node which we want to update. So for that, we will write match A, and let's say we want to update the student ID of Ajay to let's say 21. So I will first find this node. So for that I will write the label of that node. So match a student, and I will give the property of the node which I want to update. So property is name and Ajay. So this will find the node which I have labeled as student and name as Ajay. Now, uh, uh, sorry, I have to set uh, the I have to update the value. So the value which I want to update, I can I have to write like this: set and node identifier name, which is a ID 221, and I will also return the node to see the results. So I will run this query. Okay, this is giving me an error. Okay, so the Ajay should be in quotes. So we can see that the value is updated for the node Ajay. Now the ID is 21. Okay, so now we can see how to how to search how to search in the database which we have created. So we will search that what are the courses that a particular student is studying. So to do that, we will write query. First, I will write the query and then I will explain. So in this note, in this query, we are looking for a student whose name is Ajay, and uh, we are looking for those relationships which are from student Ajay to all the courses. If I have not mentioned here the properties and their value, that means we are looking for a student with name Ajay who is enrolled in uh, who is enrolled in the courses. So this will return me all the courses in which the Ajay is enrolled. So we can see here that Ajay is enrolled in DS and in OS. So uh, this is how we can search in a graph database. We can also search like what are the subjects that a particular teacher teaches. So I will write here teacher name as Professor Aman, and the relationship name was teaches. So what show the this query will show me the results of all the courses which Professor Aman teaches. So when I run this command, I can see here that Professor Aman teaches DBMS and data structure. Uh, so this is how we can search in database. Now we will see how to delete nodes. So to delete a node, we first need to find a find a node which we want to delete and then delete it. So to do that, we will write match identifier and let's suppose we want to delete a student Ajay. So I will mention the name of that student here, and we want to delete this node. Delete node A. So when I run this query, this will give me an error. So the error is basically to delete a node, we first have to delete all the relationship which are defined on this node. So we need to delete all the relationship of this node. So to delete the relationship of this node, uh, we can write a query like this. So here mention the relationships name which we want to delete. So I want to delete all type of relations, so I will not mention here the name like teachers or enrolled. So I will keep it as R, and then I have to mention the second node where this relationship is between. The relationship is always between two nodes. So I have to mention the second node where the relationship is from Ajay to someone. So this node could be anything because we want to delete all the relationship from node Ajay to any node. So I will not mention the label of that node because I want to delete all the relationships which Ajay node have. So here, this B is just an arbitrary character here. If you want to delete all the nodes, all the relationship from node Ajay to any other node, and then write delete. Delete relations. So deleted two relationships. This query works, and we can also check out the database. So we can see here there is no node named as Ajay. Okay. So last is how to delete the all the relationships, all the nodes in our database. To delete all the nodes and relationship, we can write the query as match attach delete. So this query will delete all the nodes and relationship which are in our database. So we can run this query, and uh, here we can see that 11 nodes are deleted and 7 relationships are deleted. So we can check it using this query. So we can see here that there is no nodes and no relationships in our database. So this concludes the video of how to create a database and what are the various operations which we can perform.